you got to have Prince Charming. And so I'm going to go to 1990, something very intimate to me. To make it to the Sweet 16, the Ball State Cardinals with Paris McCurdy, Curtis Kidd, Chandler Thompson, good players, but not name brands. They knocked off Gary Payton in Oregon State. You knock off a legendary, big-time player, All-American, on the cover of Sports Illustrated,
Player of the Year,
headed to the NBA in a long career. You knock them off. That's a Cinderella story. And I get what UMBC did. That was fine. But we've already been on this trend because you can't name a player on that Virginia team, that UMBC. And what I'm talking about
Ralph
is
Sampson?
when a great player leads a great program and gets knocked off by I gotta look, and maybe I'm wrong on this one here, but who did Bryce Drew and Valpo knock off?
Valpo. Mississippi? On that inbound
Yeah, it may not have been.
Was it Mississippi?
It was Ole Miss? Yeah, okay.
Look at
so
me, Asian Billy Packer here. Look at me.
There you go.
Hold on, though. We've already been on this trend, like you're saying.
Yes.
And we've still said there were Cinderellas until this year.
No, I got it. But I've been complaining like, hey, they're killing college basketball. This is where I saw it heading. Where we're at now. Jay is like, hey, there's one data point. And I'm like, no, these data points, we've been ignoring the data points that said this is where we would end up.
Fair. The other part of this is that college basketball, at least during my lifetime, since the NBA has destroyed it with the one and done. It's been so much about these coaches.
Yes.
And the coaches are all gone now, too.
No Prince Charming.
Yes. No, because even Tony Bennett at that time was a big-name coach for Virginia. Who's the Virginia coach now? Coach K's gone. Roy Williams is gone.
Tom Izzo's the only thing left.
Yes.
The only coach most people can name is, Dan Hurley now that he's a bully and a jerk.
Well, guys.
Anyway, go ahead.
Here's what I find alarming, and I don't like the Walmarting of the tournament for both football and basketball. When you allow one conference to have 14 teams, you are automatically lowering the odds of any Cinderella, because at that point, that means a mid-major team gets edged out that might have finished third or fourth instead of, 14th. So once you make it basically a Power 4 invitational, guys, there is no room for Cinderella. They're not even invited to the ball.
Let me play. I want your reaction to this Colin Cowherd clip as well. I'm surprised, as the host of the show, you didn't call for this, Steve. Let's play SOT number 2.
The ratings are in for the first weekend. Viewership for the first day, all-time high. By the way, there are no have-nots. It's all power conference teams in the Sweet 16. So remember the NIL? Everybody's terrified with the NIL. NIL is actually great for college basketball because it keeps some of the better players in college for another year, like a Zach Edey, and then the big brands can cherry pick mid-major teams that nobody watches on television and get better faster. Everybody thought the NIL was going to help the little guy maybe. No, made the rich richer. Yes, America likes to watch Duke, Kentucky, Kansas, Michigan State, Arizona more than Drexel, Lipscomb, and Wofford. Who knew?
This is the worldview disconnect between me and Colin Cowherd. And I'm not trying to beat up on Colin, but I'm just keeping it real. The guys are, the rich get richer, and they steal from the have-nots. This is a good thing. Don't you love it? And again, this connects to my entire argument. Look what they're doing to American culture. We're celebrating the exploitation of the have-nots and the little guys. This is a good thing. Unbelievable. For most of my adult life, I've struggled with my health, feeling sore and low energy. But Relief Factor, it's changed all that. I feel better, I move better, I think better. And here's the thing, it's only $20. You've got nothing to lose. In fact, about 70% of those who order Relief Factor go on to order more. Begin your journey, start your transformation, reclaim your life. Relief Factor. Your thoughts, Korean Cosell.
Wait, all time? Really? So this past weekend had better ratings across the board than the 80s and 90s when there was no streaming. You basically had the basic networks and cable and no streaming outlets. Okay, I'll take his word, but Whitlock, your former partner, said the most baffling thing he said since he started uttering that mantra, it's the party of joy. I mean, I like these guys. This is the party of joy. Again, is that the approved messaging from his ivory tower? Really? Again, I'm going to show my age, which my hair does, by the way. It's filled in real nice, hasn't it, guys? Back when we grew up, Jason, the elite college basketball player was actually a real thing. Ralph Sampson, Patrick Ewing, Michael, Jeffrey Jordan. We can go down the line. Bobby Hurley, Christian Laettner, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, guys of that ilk you knew. Do you really think people outside of the Big Ten region, be honest, guys, and TJ, you're younger. When's the last time you thought of Zach Edey, if ever? Was Zach Edey ever on your mind?
Yeah, there's a bunch of annoying Purdue fans that live in Missouri, so yes.
Okay, all right,
I've heard of Zach Edey.
I grew up a Purdue fan, but I get your point, Steve. I just Cowherd's worldview here. I'm watching on TV in the sports world, and the sports thing has always been a David versus Goliath. That's always been a part of sports. There's every coach goes in, hey guys, we don't have as much talent as them. We don't have the facilities that they have. We don't blah, blah, blah. But if we stick together and do these, that's always been the story of sports that we celebrate. And I'm listening to one of the most influential people in sports media say, no, this is actually better. The rich are getting richer, and we're taking from the have-nots. My mind is blown.
Your overall point fits wonderfully because everybody watched this past election. Democrats have abandoned the working class, and now the working class is abandoning Democrats. That is what this is. They're happy to watch the elites continue to be more elite and cherry pick the few little things that they have left. Colin Cowherd is no fan of Robin Hood. I mean, it's just. I wonder. This is what
Robin the Hood, I think, is Robin the Hood.
This is something I was thinking about earlier. Is it actually better for college sports? So let's just say they're not lying about the ratings. I tend to think they are, but let's say they're not lying about the ratings. Well, if you've got a traditional football school like Auburn, and I love Bruce Pearl, and they've certainly done better and become more of a basketball powerhouse since he's been there, but a traditional football school, is it better to have 30% of the Auburn fans watching, which is still infinitely more than 100% of Holy Cross watching? Is it better for basketball to have a tiny fraction of the Auburn fans watching? Because that's where the ratings come from. You get these bigger schools, and obviously you're tuning in to watch your school, but it's people who don't care that much. Hey, it's a football school anyway. Can't wait till football season in the Iron Bowl, but yeah, we'll watch Bruce Pearl in the meantime. That is what's happening instead of Holy Cross, who will live and die by the one shot they have as a 16 seed, as the last team to get into the tournament. I don't know if that's true this year or not. I haven't paid enough attention. But that has been the history of it. It was much better for basketball to give those people some hope. Your actual alma mater that you went to, not everybody goes to a state school, or in this case now, a Power 4 school where it seems mandated for you to matter at all. So I just think it's worse. Whether or not he's arguing about the ratings, I don't care about the ratings. I think they're a lie anyway. I care about what's actually good for the sport. And so this is an extension of them trying to argue NIL is good for the sport. See, look, everything's wonderful. Transfer portal, great, freedom. It's all a lie.
You have inadvertently made an argument justifying the ratings. And it's like, hey, we've reached out to the biggest fan bases in America, and those fan bases are watching, and a Ball State, a Valparaiso, all these little mid-majors, they have a passionate fan base, but it's much, much smaller. Mm-hmm. And so we're reaching out to the big fan bases, and that's why we have the ratings we have. And that has never, America isn't supposed to be, the true America shouldn't be reaching out to the haves and making things easier for the haves. They should be messaging to the have-nots, you have a chance, and we're gonna keep a lane open for you. It's amazing that this type of conversation can go, that we've moved so far in the conversation as it relates to sports and our understanding of what is good, what is bad, this is the same deal. It's similar to, and it's a different strand of, hey, you see that guy over there with bat and balls that's wearing high heels and a dress? He's actually a woman. You know, the opposite things are now true in this society. Steve, if you have a final thought, do it quick, because I got to keep it moving here.
No, I've decided on this show we need to keep it moving. Proceed.
Thank you. Well, that's why I defer.
Don't miss a second of Fearless. Hit that like button and subscribe to keep up with our latest content.